Hey, Big Daddy's back. I got good news and bad news for all my friends on YouTube. I don't know if you know it. I'll tell you first the bad news. TG did die. He died a few years ago and nobody knew. And it's funny how I found out. I'm going through my phone book and I was changing the numbers to a new phone book, when they get ratty. And I came across Messenger Larry, who's a guy I knew a few years back on YouTube. And as last I heard, he had a bad accident. He was driven into a guardrail on his motorcycle, and he was touch and go. I have his phone now. I called his wife Jan, and I couldn't get a hold of nobody. Really knew it was never on there. What happened to him? So I see the number, and I'm switching over. I remember calling after I heard that he had the accident, but no one got back to me. Understandably, because they're probably upset. So I said, let me call. I left a message, and then all of a sudden, Jen, his wife, called me back. And I was like, is message allowed? She goes, Jimmy, he's alive and well. I go, oh, geez. I go, and then she went on to tell me what he's going through. Now, he's been doing, basically, he was crushed from like the waist down into the guardrail. And she said he still got his guns. And I said, what do you mean he's got his guns? I know he always has guns. She goes, no, his guns. Talking about his arms, his guns, because he always was like that. He ripped the phone book in half. Always a guy, but he also shot guns. But a nice guy. I mean, if you looked at him, you'd be like my brother. People would judge him like he's like a biker type of guy. But a sweetheart, I'm telling you, a nice guy. So he's been doing therapy. Basically, he's in a wheelchair and he can get up for freaking seconds. But as a year ago, he couldn't. So his goal is to get up all the way and be able to walk and ride a bike again. He could get on a moped right now, but he won't do it. He don't have the strength to do the clutches. I don't even know the bikes that well, but with your feet. But he's going to get there. They said he probably would never walk. He's not paralyzed, but it's just his body was damaged so much downstairs. I mean, his both knees were crushed. The femur, I think they call it, the legs, shattered. I mean, they had basically rebuilt his bones in his body. They almost wanted to take the legs off. He wouldn't go for that, but I'm happy he's alive. His kids are now 16 and 14 years old. And he told me if it wasn't for Tasco talked him into getting disability insurance, about 8, 9 months before the accident. He kept telling him, get it because you don't have it, you got young kids. Thank God he got it because that's paying his bills now. Plus, he's working with an architect, which I told him I should have done myself. When you build a house, I built a house, I had the plans to build it, but I never got plans on the electrical, which, you just tell people put an outlet there, and I never got them on the plumbing or the air conditioning. And I ran into one problem with the air conditioning. And thank God I built 6-inch walls on the outside of my house. I did 2x6 construction instead of 2x4. Because a lot of people don't realize it. See, so I told him, I said, you know what's funny? My plumber was mad at me because I had him change things on the plan. I go, I don't want the bowl there. Because I had like 4 feet from the wall to the counter where the sink is, and they normally put it about 12 inches from the wall. I go, I want it in the middle. He goes, why? Because I don't want my leg hitting the wall. I go, it's a pain in the ass when it's close to the wall when you get all that room on the other side. He goes, well, it gives you room for the garbage can. No. I said, no, I want it over. So we had to move the pipe over. But anyway, so other than that, he just goes through therapy. But he said if it wasn't for his kids and his wife, he fucking would have no reason to live. But he's fucking doing, I'm telling you. As much as he's going through, I got to commend the guy. He's just like an inspiration like Tom Kennedy was. Well, Tom Kennedy still is, but to do what he's going through, and he said, Jimmy, if I didn't have my kids and my wife, he says he works with the kids with their homework. All their kids are doing better in school because they got their daddy around the clock. And he's making money doing work with an architect that does plans on houses, and then he does the plumbing architect. And thank God he's got that. He also still gets calls from his other job. He always was a plumber, so he refers them to people and give them a little kickback. So between that and his disability, he's fine. But I'm telling you, his passion is to get on a bike again. And I can understand that. But I tell you, man, he's one fighting son of a gun. And I actually told him, man, his wife told me, I'm the first time to get a guy laughing like that. I asked him, I said, can I ask you a personal question, Larry? I said, Tom Kennedy says he's paralyzed and, he can't fuck no more. He's a cripple. I know it's a hard question to answer. He goes, Jimmy, I can still fucking get it up. I go, thank God for that. Because and Jen told me, she goes, Jimmy, thank God for that is right. because it's just a fucking. She goes, at least I get that, and he can't chase me around if I don't want him to. But it's a fucking beautiful thing what he's going through, and I believe he's going to ride the bike again. I swear to God. His wife's told me he goes to therapy every day, every day. And they're with each other doing that, and I'm just saying though. But Messenger Larry, man, he didn't want to make a video. He says he will in due time. And I says, I can't blame you because I was off for 6 months when I was fucking sick. I lost 40 pounds. You remember when I was walking around like a cripple? Well, now I'm a half a cripple, but I didn't want to get back on YouTube, and just fucking, I didn't want to. I wasn't up to it. And he will one day, but he doesn't want to yet. And I don't blame him for that. But I'm going to tell you something, man. We cried together on the phone. We did. He knew I was a poppy. I said, because I watch your videos. I said, well, you never commented. And he said, well, I just wanted to stand in the pitch. I understand it, man. But I'm going to tell you something, man. He's one good dude. And he said that he spoke with Kang and Tasco. And that's basically who he speaks with. But I'm going to tell you something. He mentioned Tommy Nate Bomb. And he mentioned the guys that are good people on the site. We might not see each other, but good people. But he's alive and well. He's working hard, man. And I'm telling you right now, it's funny. He wants to get a stand-up wheelchair when he can walk and get up and walk more. That's the next thing. We don't need no fundraisers. He doesn't have to worry about that. He has people in his community who already raised money for him. They actually got him an electric one, the one he sits on, because at first he had the wheel ones. And he didn't want it at first because he likes to use his arms. But now he does the dumbbells. I'm just happy he's alive, man. We lost Biggie, man. TG, I'm just saying, man. Messenger Larry was a good fucking dude. I'm just happy he's alive. And Tasco, when I talk to you, man, I want to give you a bitch slap for not fucking informing me. You know damn well I used to talk to Larry on the phone now and then. But Jen, thanks a lot for making that call back to me because I didn't think you'd call back. She told me she didn't call back the first time I called her because it was too upsetting at the time. I understand that. But anyway, peace out, everybody. Messenger Larry is still alive and building his body back. And rest in peace, TG. And you know damn well me and TG went back and forth, but I never meant that to heart. I would never wish that on nobody. TG was a good man. Messenger Larry, be well. Big Daddy loves you.